Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Professor podcast. In this episode, we're joined by a very special guest, Sun Dream Team World Cup winner, Ash, aka Fergie's Apprentice. Ash, welcome to the podcast. How you doing? You all right?
Thank you.
Good,
I'm
good, good,
great. It's great to be here.
good. So tell us about your name first off,
It's,
Fergie's Apprentice. Where does it come from?
so I think everyone knows this. This is a massive Man United fan. I've been a Man United fan since I was 4. I had the
Bloody hell.
lampshades, I had the curtains, I had the pencils, the rulers, I had everything. You name it, my
Have you
bedroom
seen
with Man United.
have you seen those pictures? Remember Cole
Sorry?
Jenkinson for Arsenal? Cole Jenkinson from Arsenal. Do you remember he had the
Yeah.
whole Arsenal bedroom? Was it like
Oh yeah, I do remember that. It's basically that, yeah. It was. It
that?
was probably
Are you quite
worse,
local?
to be fair.
Are you quite local to Manchester?
Well, believe it or not, I'm originally from Skeggy,
Yeah.
and all my life I've been goaded for being a Glory supporter. You know, they always call Man United fans Glory supporters because they don't live in Manchester, but they don't understand. When you're 4 year old and you see the TV and you see these players playing in red, and you're just hooked. So
Straight
I
away.
grew up with the
No.
Gary Nevilles, the Giggses, the Scholeses, Neville, Dicky Butt, all of them. I just grew up with them. Beckham's
Mine was a red, but
fantastic team, unreal.
different red team. Bit less success.
Yeah, wrong red Gunner.
Well,
You still got
congratulations
Invincibles
again.
though, so that's still.
Oh, that was a good time, yeah. And
Thank you.
well, hopefully we'll see how this season goes.
Yeah, definitely. I
Good
think you're
still.
doing really well, and I was well impressed with your comeback.
Yeah, I thought it was dead and buried that last game, but yeah, hopefully we are still back in it. But
All right,
congratulations on your Sun Dream Team World Cup win. A massive achievement that. So
thank you
yeah,
so
really well
much.
done on that. This is
Oh,
our first time really chatting, isn't
just
it? Properly. We were talking a little
it
bit
is.
on Twitter.
It's surreal, isn't it?
We had a quick chat beforehand
Yeah,
on the
we've
phone
chatted
just to
since.
get this all set up. But how long have you been playing fantasy football in general, Dream Team or any of them, FPL, the lot?
I'd say 14 years since I were about 19.
Nice. And then how did that start? Like
So
work leagues
how I got
or?
into it really. Well, it's funny you mentioned work league. I was obviously massive football fan, and eventually, finding the internet on your phone and whatnot, and finding different apps and everything. Came across Dream Team. Always followed it in the paper, but never understood it as a child. And then
Yeah.
obviously when I got older, just got into it. I love it. It's great. It's such a good game. It really is. There's a few things that could be ironed out, but that's with anything, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Was that your
But
first
no,
one then,
so
Dream
I
Team?
got into a Wilco League. Yeah, yeah, Dream Team definitely. I didn't find FPL till about 2 years ago, two or
Yeah,
three years ago. Sorry.
that's the same with me actually.
And
Yeah. A lot of people
yeah,
start FPL
so
first.
really,
I think so, yeah.
I never found it, never.
But you do
But
the
then
full
once
lot now.
found it, I do like that game as well. I must admit. Yeah, you
Oh,
got to.
nice.
I don't do the Telegraph though. I don't know what that's like or anything. Or
Yeah.
Sky's a hit and miss for me sometimes. I forget to do it.
Yeah. Got to be loyal to Dream Team now, though. Now you're the champ.
World champion! Come on.
How
Oh
long? Yeah,
God,
so
how mad is
you
that?
started
Is
off ages
I
ago.
can't explain.
You started off quite a while ago, but then
Yes,
how long would you
started in
say
a
you've been like
Wilco
seriously
League.
into it?
Oof. I'd say about 5 years. Been really, proper wanting to win in that.
So what's your go-tos? Because
Uh,
I was started playing or just playing amongst friends. But then it was only a couple of years ago that
yeah.
I started discovering people were doing websites and vlogs and Twitter and stuff like that. So
Mm.
you've been on Twitter and stuff for quite a while.
Yeah, I've been on Twitter the last 3 years, I would say. I mean, me and you, myself, we met on Twitter, and it's
Mm.
such an amazing community. It's fantastic. I mean, I met Ian. He's called Now Then Young Man, and we created this WhatsApp group. And all we did, it's called Pie Chat, by the way, at FPL Pie Chat. And we just decided we wanted to do something free for the community and try and help people if they wanted. But it's turned out to be a fantastic group. I never knew we'd get so many people. And we've got absolute legends. We've got yourself. We've got Conker. I'm sure everyone's heard of him with Tonic, with his amazing blogs. We've got Flower Pot Man. I'm sure everyone's heard of him. We've got Atravio. He's fantastic with his FPL. We've got FPL Gluttony. I could have mentioned so many. We've got loads. Tobes. You've probably seen him. Yeah, it's brilliant. And I must admit, some of the banter as well we have.
Well, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Because like you start out playing with like your own group of mates, or like I started playing with my football team and work colleagues. But then you start to, there's always one or two that get a bit too carried away and a bit too into it. And that's probably what I was and probably what you are and some of these other people as well. So it's good to see people that are probably that obsessed.
Yeah, well, we used to do mind games at work in our work leagues. And really bad. We used to, goad people to put in that player. And they did, and you didn't, and they just failed. And that's what we did.
No, it's horrible. I'm quite good at like Photoshop and stuff like that as well. And I used to do something similar like to what you're saying. We had the group chats and not just make a fake lineup on Photoshop and send it to my mates, make them panic, make them sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh God, what do I do? Yeah,
no,
we did that.
It's good fun. It's good to find the community of people that are as obsessed as we are.
I believe Dream Team's growing on Twitter now as well. I really do.
Yeah, it's catching up because obviously there's a lot less people playing Dream Team than play FPL, for example.
There is.
I think FPL was on like 11 million, I think, this year. And I think when I looked, Dream Team might have only been about 600,000. I think it's something like that. I might not be correct, but it was less than a million.
Yeah, we need to get that up, don't we? We need to get Dream Team growing out there.
Before the World Cup, what's been your sort of best successes? Have you won quite a few leagues with your friends or stuff like that?
Well, in when I worked at Wilco's, in my work league, I was 17th, and I thought, do you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I've got no chance. I managed to bring it back to third.
Nice.
So I got money back, but it's still an achievement being that far at the bottom.
That's quite a big company as well. You must have.
I wouldn't say I've had any major success. I mean, there were about 22 of us. Nice. I'm still in it now. They keep asking me, even though I left when I was 23, which is 10 years ago. I'm still in it.
Well, so do they know then? Do they know now that you're World Cup winner as well? Or
I've messaged a few people, but some people haven't got back to me. There's one, Stuart Ball. He's probably not. He's in my speech as Stuart Ball, and he gave me a few tiny little tips at the end, and it just helped me. It just helped me get over that line. It was weird. He gave me 2 little mascots, and you'll see that in my speech. Hopefully, when that comes out, I can't say when. I don't know yet.
I was getting worried at the end because we were talking on Twitter, weren't we? And then when I saw that you were doing really, really well and you were probably in with a chance of it, you might drop me an odd message. And I thought, I don't want to say anything because whatever he's doing is really working. I don't want to get involved.
Influence it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I stopped talking.
I understand. Few people like that. No, mate. No. Leave you alone. You do it. Your choice.
What you're doing is working, so I'll leave you to it. But that'll take us on to the World Cup then, really, because that obviously is your biggest fantasy football achievement then. But with those World Cup ones, You've obviously played Dream Team a long, long time. But had you played many of the sort of international tournaments before, like the Euros?
Yeah, I played Euros, and yes, I played Euros, and in my last job, I entered a league. It was free though. It wasn't for work. It wasn't for money. Paid, sorry. And I smashed it. Absolutely smashed it out of the park.
Nice.
You
So
know,
you
that
won
was
that one
when
then,
Ronaldo was
amongst
scoring
your
hat
group.
trick in Spain and that. Yeah, yeah, I won it along amongst my group. Yeah, but it didn't mean
Nice.
anything. It was just like a little bragging right, so to speak.
Yeah, I'd still be playing even if it was like I'm in some like paid mini leagues and stuff like that, but I'd still be playing if it was just for
Yeah,
the banter in the group chats when you can tell people you're top or
yeah, it's
celebrate when you go
great
above
fun.
them. No,
Yeah,
I do like
definitely.
that sort
You
of
like
side of
take
it.
the mic.
How have you got on with those tournaments before then? Because like I find the international tournaments like the World Cup and the Euros much harder than the normal game. I think anyway. With the only certain amount of transfers you can use, have you found them quite good, or do you prefer the normal game?
I like them. I prefer them. As I say, I think you pick your best players for your best fixtures, and you can do that, and you can rotate, and yet you can plan a bit more. It's weird. Obviously, dream team's long run, so you have to plan
Yeah.
long run, and that's harder for me, I believe. For season.
Yeah, it become a bit easier, didn't it? This where they put the wild card in this season because it was a Winter World Cup. I think that has made
Yeah, that's a help.
it's made it a bit easier, hasn't it? But yeah, so you've been
I
all
think they
right
should keep
before.
that.
What, even if there's not a tournament, or just when there's?
Yeah, yeah, I think they should because it gives it, instead of people giving up, because we know a lot of people that do just give up.
Yeah,
I'm too far back. I'm not doing that. I'm not bothered. But if you put in a
yeah, we
wild
call it
card, you're
forgetting
gonna
your
have people
password.
still staying in.
We
Yeah,
used to have a
yeah,
thing. We'd say
exactly.
forgetting your password. There was always one or two in our group when you'd be like, "Oh, you've not made any transfers. What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, I forgot my password. I'm not. Yeah, don't worry. I've
Yeah,
got my password now."
yeah.
So
Just
when
that. I said it. Never mind.
what was your game plan then for this World Cup sort of
Mm.
roundup? What was your plan going into it? Because I remember you saying you sort of highlighted a few people on Twitter like to target. I think it was that Scott Olsen, wasn't it? I think
Yeah,
he was someone that you before the World Cup even started. You were like, oh, keep an eye on this guy. But what was your sort of plan going into
yeah. I
it all?
was. I looked at fixtures and as you do, and the Holland block. I thought if I start off with that, I could have a right shout here. And I started with your main players, Kane, Messi, and then just switched. So obviously when Ronaldo played, put in Ronaldo and so forth, but obviously didn't keep Ronaldo in. It's a little bit of a blur, I won't lie. Some of it is a blur because I did that much planning and that much writing down before it began. I planned for 2 weeks. I was just there planning
Yeah.
and planning and planning. It was mental.
Yeah, I can't believe how much it does all seem like a blur, to be honest. Because I was doing the daily videos, wasn't I? And I've done that. I done a video like planning the fixtures and stuff to
Yes,
start with. But even trying to prepare for like
they were
this
brilliant, by
F's,
the way.
yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I just wanted to throw myself in and do the dailies because I hadn't really done this podcast thing before, and I thought it's a good opportunity to practice and get a load of videos out there and get used to doing it really. But it turned into something quite fun, so yeah, I did enjoy
Definitely.
doing that. But didn't win it for me,
Yeah, you
but
did a great job. Really did.
hopefully it helped other people
Well,
out.
you won it for me.
No, I'm not taking any
Can I
credit
can
for
I
that.
put
But
your tip in? Well, can I
what
can
was
I
it?
do that then?
What's that?
So when you said, I think it was a Telegraph or Eurosport or something like that on
Hmm.
website,
Oh
you
yeah, the
could find
predictor.
a predictor of who's going to get to the final. And when you said work backwards all the way back to the group stage, well,
Hmm.
that's where it turned for me. That helped me even more because that's what I did. I thought Brazil and France will be in the final. So I put Brazil
Yeah.
players in and I put France players in, and it just helped me go and go and go and go. And then I
Yeah,
could
I thought
plan
that
fixtures
seemed like
ahead
a
of
good
that.
one.
So I knew what players would go in where. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
definitely.
I done that myself, but I was trying to look back and find out where it kind of went wrong for me because I did that predictor and I thought, oh, we can use this many transfers for the groups and then this many for the knockouts, and you don't want to
Yeah.
have your players getting knocked out if you think they're going to come up against someone good. Like when it was England France,
No.
I kind of wanted to stay away from that, but I had to look back, and where it went wrong for me
Yeah.
was because I thought that Spain had that easy run where they played Morocco, but then I had the Spain
Yeah.
players that got knocked. They got knocked
Morocco
out
was
by Morocco,
sensational.
and then I think I went Portugal,
Yeah.
and And I thought, well, Morocco, I'm not going to do it again. I'll go Portugal. And then my Portugal players got
And
wiped
they
out.
did. They knocked them out.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I've done the same with Brazil, Croatia. You said like Brazil, you thought would get to the final. I thought Brazil would go much further than they did. But then, yeah, all my Brazil players got wiped as well. So I
That
was really
gave
struggling
me,
at that point.
yeah, that was a turning point for me when Croatia scored that injury time goal and took out all them Brazilian blocks, and then they won the penalty shootout.
I couldn't
That
believe
was
that.
massive for me because so many people above me are Brazilian. Because this is when I was starting looking at, looking who's above me, who's got more transfers, who's a threat. You won't believe how many people I wrote down on a piece of paper. I was so meticulous, and that is not like me.
Was you looking at FF Stuff? That site's really good, isn't it? Was you looking at that?
Yes, that's
you
correct.
Could see, yeah, you could see people's
yeah,
like teams
it's
and lineups.
fantastic. You have to use that.
Yeah, I'll plug that site
anyone
as well.
That's anyone that's in Dream Team not using that, you must.
Yeah, ffstuff.co.uk. That's a really good one. Even for the normal Dream Team. I think they do FPL and stuff as well, don't they? So
definitely.
So that was pretty much your
like
game plan starting out. Because I remember we were talking about attacking the groups as well, like you said, like going for blocks against the teams like I think it was like Qatar. I think I tried it. Was it Argentina, Saudi Arabia? I think
I put in Enner Valencia. Oh, you just reminded me. It's coming back to me now. It's coming back.
Did you have him then?
So Enner Valencia, yeah. Well, I didn't at the start, but I thought, do you know what? I'm going to put him in because I think he's going to smash Qatar, and he did. And 18 points off the bat. Thank you very much.
He was unlucky not to get a hat-trick, I think, as well, wasn't it? Did he get a goal ruled out as well?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, I wasn't brave enough for that game. I saw a lot of people do it because a lot of people went for the block, didn't they, for that game? And I was like, oh, I don't want to waste.
Yeah, I said to my mate, I'm going to go for it.
So, at what point roughly in the World Cup did you start to think you could be right up there? Like, was you up there in the top 100 or anything really early on, or was it a bit far?
At one point, yeah. One point I were in top 100. I think about the just before the second round, I think, and
right early on.
It's when you Brazil's, yeah, definitely. It's when you Brazil's, your England's and Portugal's were getting knocked out. Spain was a massive one for me because a lot of people had Spain blocks, as you say yourself, and yeah, I just got lucky. Because when I was in the group stage, the only player I got knocked out was Musiala. That's the only player I had in German. I never had a Spain or a German player. So I didn't have to change anyone round, really. I was lucky. I had luck at the start, I won't lie.
Just hopping between the premiums, really, and then changing the block every now and again at the back. So at the...
Yes,
can you remember roughly where you was at the end of the group stages? And were you starting to think by the group stages, did you think you had a good chance at that point? Or did you think, I'm just doing well? But
no, I was just thinking I was doing well. I wasn't even thinking of that.
Yeah.
Not at all. It was going well, but I wasn't thinking I'm going to win this.
At what point did you start getting shaky? What point did you start the nerves kick in and you think, oh my god, I could actually
it's when your Brazil and Portugal went out. It's when your Brazil and Portugal went out. Yeah,
that's the thing. The group's really hard to see.
He was ahead of me.
Oh yeah, he was doing really well.
He was ahead of me with Brazilian block. Yeah, he was doing brilliant, and they had Brazilian block, and he was ahead of me. And he says, as soon as they went out, he said, "You've got a real chance here."
Yeah, he's been playing for a long time, hasn't he?
I didn't believe it. I still didn't believe it. I would just, definitely top player.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? Because at the group stages, I was looking at the leaderboards at times, and there was people absolutely flying with so many points. But you can't. I mean, that FF Stuff website did sort of tell you how many transfers people had used, but there was times where you think, well, I'm nowhere near.
They'd used too many.
But they might have used too many.
Yeah, people gone too early.
Yeah, we always call it in my group, blowing your load. They've blown their load too early.
Yeah, I like that. That's true.
But it's when you got to the past the group stages, that's when people started dropping off, I suppose, wasn't it? But at what point did you really start to then believe it and start to get a bit nervous? When did that happen? Brazil.
Oh, semi-final. After Brazil, I felt a little bit calmer, but semi-final, I was proper nervous because it was how it could go with Portugal. And no, who was in the semi-final? Bloody hell, I can't even remember. I know Argentina was. Obviously, France was.
Argentina,
and
Croatia.
Morocco was. Who were the other one?
Argentina, Croatia,
that's it.
And France, Morocco. It was.
That's it. Yeah, that's right.
So was you?
I think it was like the quarters. I was nervous. Yeah. Was I first? I think I was first in the semi-final, but I want many points ahead. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was first. Do you know what, mate? It's an absolute blur.
It's a long time ago. I mean, we're filming this in
I
can
February. Remember being first.
It was November, December, wasn't it?
It's happened a long time ago, definitely. Yeah, it was.
Well, and obviously you've been celebrating quite hard as well. So
I wish I wrote this down if I knew all this. Yeah, I did.
Well, annoyingly about Dream Team, with Dream Team, it's quite annoying that you can't go back and look either, can you? Like,
it's ridiculous, that, isn't it?
Previous.
Yeah, you can. I think they should add something like that.
But,
hopefully we can influence that.
Yeah, they might add some more changes. I don't hold too much hope because they're a little bit slow with getting the updates done, aren't they? But yeah, but they'll get there in the end, I think.
Definitely. But
would you? Definitely. I was going to say, I put down that. Was there anything that went really well or really against you in the World Cup that sort of influenced things? But you said already the Brazil one was a massive one, wasn't it? Was there anything else that springs to mind?
Massive as soon as Croatia, yeah. It was Portugal going out as well. They had blocks. They were massive day. Oh, England. Ironically, England going out really catapulted me up top because loads of people had England blocks.
Yeah, I think you're either one way or the other.
I had Foden. Yeah.
You're probably one way or the other with England, aren't you?
I got very lucky.
I'm on Dream Team. I never know how to go with my own team. Like this season with Arsenal doing well, I don't want to get too carried away and put a load of Arsenal players. And it was sort of the same with England. Like, although they were pretty good, I think people are either I'm going to go all England, they're the best, or you're quite pessimistic and you don't put them all in. So I think
I don't know why when it's your own team, you put them players in. Yeah, it's when your own team and you put them players in and they don't do well, you're like, argh!
Yeah, it's like double whammy,
but
like
stand it.
Yeah, it's almost like
and you think you jinxed it. I don't know why. You're just in your head. Yeah,
I think
it's weird. I don't even bet on my own team. I won't bet on Man United game.
No. What about against them?
No.
Never.
No. Not a chance. Not a chance.
So what did you need going into that? You might not remember now because it was a long time ago, but can you remember roughly what you needed going into the final? And was you already, because we'll mention it now, but you won first place.
I do remember
and
that.
Second place. Were you first and second going into
I know,
the final?
It's surreal. Yes. No, I was first and third. Sorry, I do lie.
Third.
Oh, first and ninth. First and ninth. Really? Sorry.
So there must have been a few people that are
coming back to me. Yeah, my second team was. Yes, that's right. My second team was ninth, and I knew everybody above me and below first. They put in Argentina blocks, and French blocks. So I knew if Argentina score and France score in the final, this could happen.
It's coming home.
And wow. Just it really did come home, didn't it? And ironically, my second team was called It's Coming Home.
Oh yeah, it was as well, wasn't it? I remember seeing it up there. No, it was.
It was, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, it was called It's Coming Home.
Because I think it's on your Twitter background, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on my Twitter page. Yeah, I should know. Come on, it's on my background, for God's sake.
Yeah, your first one, the one that won it was
last night. Can you
the
tell?
one that the one that won it was called Double Dutch, and you had 489 points. It says, I think, and then second you
That's
had
right.
It's coming home with 484. So there wasn't much in it actually.
84, yeah.
I don't know how close. I don't know how close third place was, but what was the prize?
No,
you don't mind me
not
asking.
sure.
I can't remember now. Can you remember what the breakdown was? First, second.
Yeah, so I'll go with second first. That was 15k, and then first was 25k.
Bloody hell!
So wow.
What's third? What did
Just
third
words
get?
can't describe how thankful I am. Yes, unfortunately, I feel so sorry for them, and if they are listening, I do apologise, and I feel so sorry for you guys. They had to split 10 grand, so 5k each.
What, there was joint third places?
Because they were joint third. Yeah, joint third.
You had to split first and second.
I've took it all.
Split first and second. Oh mate, it's the game, isn't it? It's the game. That's brilliant, though, isn't it?
It's the game. If you get there, you get there.
For a game that is free to play as well, like, I know we do complain about how the app works at times and stuff like that, but for a game that is free, it is good.
Exactly. You can't moan, really, can you?
So where would you watch in the final then? You must remember it.
I was watching it at home. Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday, this bit. I was watching it at home with my youngest. And, oh my days. When that first goal went in, I went mental, but I thought, because it's Argentina, they're still winning. So I was like, this ain't going well. And then Argentina scored again, didn't they? And I thought,
that was a mad final.
There's no chance. I'm not going to win this. Yeah, I'm not going to win this. There's no chance. And then as soon as that first France goal went in, that was it. I knew something was happening here. Something's brewing. Yeah. And then France scored again. Then they scored. Oh, Jesus Christ. That many goals just took everyone out. And that's what won me it. Amazing.
That's brilliant.
Amazing. And it didn't sink in until I saw that in my bank account. Do you know what I'm saying?
It was quite a long time after, wasn't it?
I couldn't have it in my head. Yeah, it was. It was.
So when did they first get in touch with? Did you have to get in touch with them, or did they get in touch with you when you win?
No, they got in touch with me. They sent me an email in January. So they sent me an email in January. I think it was January the 17th, 18th. And then said got the ball rolling. And then I just kept chasing the contact that I was contacting. And he did help, to be fair. He kept pestering them and saying, look, when can we sort this out? And they got it all sorted. So unreal, unbelievable. Changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. And I'm thankful to Dream Team. I really am.
Yeah, that's massive, really, isn't it? Well, it's probably a good job you were at home when you won.
I've never won anything like this in my life.
If I was watching it down the pub or whatever, you'd be getting everyone's drinks in. You'd be back at 4 a.m.
True. Yes,
probably done you a favour being at home.
Definitely.
How did you celebrate?
Definitely.
How did you celebrate? Did you get any prosecco? Get any champagne on the go?
Just had this big bottle of liqueur. This big bottle of liqueur. It was just absolutely. I'd never tasted any better than that.
Yeah, just in time for
like
Christmas
chocolate
as well,
Baileys that were banging. Exactly.
Was you keeping the other half updated on your progress on Dream Team? Because I remember telling.
Well, the funny thing is, sorry,
I was telling my girlfriend, like,
oh, did you?
I was just saying I was talking to you on Twitter, and I was like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything to Ash because he's winning, and I don't want to get involved because I don't want. He's doing it all right.
You don't want to jinx it.
To mess it up. And then she said, you can win how much on Dream? You can win how much on Dream Team? And then I told her, she'd never been interested before. You can win money. And I was like, well, get doing your notes a bit more. Get that notepad back out, sort of thing.
That what she said. Oh, that's class.
So yeah.
No, my missus
You've
was
done me a
great.
favour, really.
She no, my missus was great. She kept the kids occupied, and I just shut myself in the kitchen with notepad, paper. I had the map of the fixtures, you name it, I had it, and I was just able to get on with it. Even when I picked the kids up from school and brought them home, they just knew that I needed to be left alone, and that honestly they contributed. They really did. Yes. Well, if that's what you say, that's nice to say. But
did you have any
I think
moments
luck
like
and
that?
maybe a bit of skill. And
did you have any funny moments with the transfers? Because did you have any funny moments with the transfers? Because I've had even in the normal game before, I think it was during the World Cup actually. I think we were going to go to Sainsbury's and do a shop. But
yeah.
I knew that Sainsbury's we go to has never got any internet connection in there. And
I hate that. Yeah.
My girlfriend had her shoes on.
Sure.
She had her shoes on, the coat on, and everything ready to go. And I think the lineups were coming out in about 5 minutes. And I was just trying to drag it out. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Just give me 5 more minutes and we'll go." And we just sat there with our coats on, just waiting for the lineups. Did you have any funny moments like that? Last minute changes?
No, I always made sure I had internet. And wherever I go, if we're driving and we didn't have internet, I was panicking like mad. But I always made sure we did it on a time scale. Because I know these things can happen with Dream Team where you press the button and it doesn't put that player in, and you just think you can't.
You open the app and it
can't.
doesn't
So
open up
lucky
I
didn't. I was lucky I didn't have the moments, thank God. But I did have a moment last night. Sorry, we were talking on the phone, me and yourself, and I forgot to put Kane in, Salah in. Sorry for Kane. No, it's not your fault.
For that one.
It's for something amazing. No, it's not your fault. Definitely not.
But Salah only ended up with 5, didn't he? So I reckon Kane could do all right today.
Yeah, so hopefully Kane can smash it tonight. Or is it this afternoon actually?
Yeah.
No, it's tonight, isn't it? It's Man United game on 2:00.
Yeah, but speed things up ready for you. But we'll go. So that's probably a good time to move on, really, from the World Cup. Just going to go on to a little bit of this season, really. So, how have you been getting on with your normal team? Have you got a little bit of a World Cup hangover into the normal game?
Yeah. Well, no, it's weird. Leading up to the World Cup, I wasn't doing that great. But then once the World Cup ended and we had that wild card, I managed to, push myself up again. And I'm having a really good start and I'm having a really good run again. But then it's dropped again. I don't think I'm going to be challenging for this season, that's for sure.
Well, it's hard, isn't it? There's even more players play the normal game than play
it's hard
World
to come
Cup
from the World Cup to that.
Yeah, but I think that wild card definitely did sort of help out. But you're on track to maybe win any mini leagues or anything?
Possibly, but I'm in the top 10. It's hit and a miss. It might happen, it might not. We don't know yet. See what Kane does today.
Right, so you sent me your best team here, Ash. We've got Nick Pope in goal, Akanji, Shaw, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes. You've got Erdegaard. I always knew you loved your Arsenal players. Riyad Mahrez, Casemiro.
He's Haaland, quality though, I can't deny that.
Kane and Rashford up front. So Haaland, Kane, Rashford up front. That's a decent team. You're doing all right. You got the triple? Is it the triple?
Wow.
No, two Man United defenders. You feeling confident about the game today? You got Leicester, ain't you?
Yeah, definitely. But I've seen a rumour Lindelof and Elanga's starting, so I hope that's not true.
That's ahead of the second leg of Barca, isn't it? I think you're probably resting a few players, I guess.
I know, but there's resting players and then putting players on like that. But Lindelof's all right. He can have good games. He can.
Langer's
Thank
been
God
good,
it's
hasn't
not
he?
Harry
Really?
Maguire, though, I suppose.
Harry Maguire, who's
Um,
really good in the World Cup.
I know, really good in the World Cup, and then he plays for England, plays for Man United, and plays a high line, and he can't do it. Sorry,
But
that's not Harry Maguire hate, by the way. I'm just being honest.
no, it just doesn't fit in with Ten Hag, does he? Just doesn't quite fit where he wants.
No. Can
But
I
well,
say what an amazing
yeah,
manager that guy is?
yeah, he's doing a really
Oh,
good job there,
he
isn't he?
is.
Really.
He's fantastic. He's a proper coach. He's a proper
I do.
coach. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's working with not much, really, to be fair. We ain't got a depth, not like you guys or City or
Mm.
even Liverpool got more depth than we have.
I do think there's like becoming a bit of shift now with managers. Like, I think I'm not saying it's just because of Arteta, but because we did give him that time where we did crap for quite a few seasons, and now we've given him time, and now we do seem to be
Yeah,
getting
you did. I
better.
watched that Amazon.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
brilliant, wasn't it? But now I think that it's given
Ah,
other
really good.
teams more
Really
of a
good.
chance. So, like, you're probably going to be more willing to give Ten Hag a bit more chance if it's not going well. And I think that Chelsea they've gone with Potter, haven't they? And I
100%.
think a lot of teams are going for managers that are a bit more young, but more of a project based. Yeah, I think you're looking good.
Definitely. But I'm
But
not sure about Potter, bless him. I don't know what's going to happen with him.
I do think if they give him time, it will be good. But it's just not what Chelsea's used
Have
to
you
at the
seen
minute,
his
is it?
interview?
What, from yesterday?
No, it's not.
Oh no, I've not. I don't think I've
Yeah,
seen it.
he's really bad. He's having a go at his critics and saying, "What do you want me to do?" And it just looks like a car crash. I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's best not to. It's best not to entertain it, is it? Just don't say too much, really, or they'll use
No,
it against you.
just get on with it and look at Ten Hag. Them first two games of the season, I thought, do you know what, Brentford 4-0,
Yeah,
and then you know what I mean. It was just like, and then Brighton, and it was like, oh, here we go again. I were in a burger restaurant, and I was thinking, we're not going to do good here. And then it all changed, and he just changed the team, changed the way of playing, and then he just slowly influenced the way we play. And I've got to say, we play some of the best football I've seen us play for years.
yeah, you do look good, to be fair. Well, booted Ronaldo out, which I didn't think that was going to be a good idea, to be fair. But you've done better since.
No, we played you off the park for 60 minutes, and then
Oh, I don't know
we
about
tired.
that.
We did. With that first half, we played you off the park.
Where do you think? Where do you think you'll finish up this season? Rough prediction.
What, Man United?
Yeah.
I think we'll be third.
And then what about the other
I do think we'll be third,
comps? Because you're in the lot now still.
I think we'll win the Carling Cup 100%. The Carabao Cup.
Carabao.
They call it so many names, it's untrue. Yeah. So we'll win that because Nick Pope's out now, and he's in my team, isn't he? Oh yeah, -3.
Oh wow!
That's
You
nice.
were going to smash him anyway. You said so. You save your points.
Yeah, exactly.
What about direct?
Yeah,
I think you'll beat.
true.
I think you'll beat Barca. I think you'll beat Barca at home.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we played brilliant that first leg, absolutely brilliant, and we didn't take the chances that we had. Vegas, I do like him as a workhorse, but he can't finish. Not like we need. We need Osimhen or Kane. That's who we need.
Yeah, Kane's obviously brilliant, isn't he? But that Osimhen's a lot younger now. It's probably worth going for him, I think. But so you're winning the Carabao Cup final. You're coming third.
He looks world class.
What else you left in?
Yeah,
definitely. In the FA Cup still?
And they're coming third. Yep, and we're in Europa, so
we'll probably
we're still on for the quadruple. So some fans say, yeah, we probably will.
I'm going to clip that.
Oh no!
Fergie's Apprentice says we're
Oh,
on for the
dear.
quadruple. I'm going to cut that out.
No! Oh,
What
that's
about
ace,
my
that.
lot? Do you think City will win the league? I think City are going to win the league. To be fair, still, but
Do you know what? I thought they would, but slipping up like they did yesterday against Forest, I'm not 100%. I think there's something not right there. You know, you've got
yeah,
to think what's going on with their financial fair play and how many charges they've had. How is it affecting Pep? How is it affecting the players?
as long as
What's
we can
going on
hang
with
in
Foden?
there.
He had a chance to square it to Haaland.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
I just think
it
if we can hang
was.
in there, if we
I
can
seen
hang
it
in
on
there and
Twitter.
come,
Yeah.
if we can hang in there and come second by a few points, then at least we might get declared as champions in like 3 years when they finish the court cases.
Yeah, we'll probably
Delayed.
get our titles as well that we're owed.
Yeah,
A
we'll all get a
Aguero
delayed.
moment on reverse.
It'll be like the open top bus tours, but there will just be loads of buses going around. There'll be your lot. Man United will be, was it a few seasons ago? You'll have Liverpool behind, and then you will have our bus behind as well. All three at once.
All fans singing "Shove Your City Up Your Ass."
That would be good sight to see. But should we wrap that up now? But one last
Definitely.
thing, did you want to just
Yeah.
give a plug as well? So you said you mentioned earlier as well. So you and Ian, wasn't it? Was it his handle now then, young man?
Now then,
Have I got that
FPL.
right?
Now then, young man. Yeah. I think
You
it's
started
FPL.
your
Now then, young man. I think.
Pie Chat community. So did you want to tell people how to get involved in that?
Yeah, it's on my Twitter handle. So you just click on my page and you'll see it. It's in my bio.
So that's at United
And
are
also,
us
there's
for
at
yours.
FPL Pie Chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got the Twitter handle as well. Cool. Yeah, get involved in that. Good
Yeah,
group of
there's
lads
at
there.
FPL Pie Chat. And it's on Facebook as well, by the way, guys.
Give that a like and follow on Facebook as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for joining us on the podcast. And again, a massive congratulations, because that's brilliant.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Brilliant achievement. Yeah, and good to finally talk to you as well, because it's pretty much the first time
same.
after talking all the way
Only
from
spoke
September.
yesterday and doing a podcast. Get in.
Yeah, but no, it's been good. You've been brilliant. So thank you very much, and we'll see everyone on.
It's been great. Thank you.
We'll see everyone on the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and please like and subscribe for more Sun Dream Team content.